Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
Episode 3, Ransom.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
Oh shit.
FBI.
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Huh. That's interesting. But if you remember, Cauldron Lake was the place where Alan was supposed to be staying with his wife, but then his wife disappeared, and now there's no evidence of the island there either.
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Because now we're finding out that supposedly it vanished in that eruption in the 70s. So where was Alan before, when he thought he was at the island? I'm going to have to explore around this place, see if there's any hidden pages around here. So, Alan's trying to get those pages back from Rose, but as we saw last time, Rose isn't quite herself right now. So, that's a little worrying. Also, there's a
Yeah,
boat.
how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Well, that's weird. Which one is Rose's place is the question. Oh, liking State of Decay 2 so far, Drev? What are you liking about it?
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Huh, so a connection between that lady with the lamp and the person who used to own that island and his lover. Interesting. Ah, so just sort of Like a survivalist thing there, Trev? I could see that as being kind of interesting. Instead of like rebuilding a community in the apocalypse. It's like trying to weather the storm, I guess. Alright, just taking a little break to brush crows off the dumpsters. Whatever. I do like that they seem to have put a decent amount of work into this trailer park.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Alright. Well, let's go talk to Rose. Sure everything's gonna be fine. Right?
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good. Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
More of that creepy, crazy Ellen on the TV. Oh, wow. Rose has a little shrine to Alan Wake back there. Holy crap. That's weird. And there's copies of all of his books right there. So, Rose, possessed by the darkness, drugged Alan, knocked him out until nightfall came.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Dang it.
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
What am I supposed to do then?
Right. I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Oh, Barry.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Oh, Rose. Alright, we gotta get out of here. You're thinking he's just straight up crazy and the rest of it's all a cover, Elena?
My gun and flashlight were gone.
Damn it!
I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
So once again left without any resources, not even a flashlight this time. Check the manuscript page. Didn't actually say which page that was. Dang it! Alright, so we gotta find some supplies, we gotta get to the car, and we gotta find some way to rescue Barry. And then get the hell out of here and meet up with the kidnapper, see if we can smooth everything out. Oh, it's going to be a busy evening, I suspect. And, I don't know that we're alone out here tonight. There is some creepy fog. Not a great sign. I think I remember the way out of here, though. Oh, hi, radio. See what's on the old radio tonight.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air, and let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know, I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had argument with Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me out on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting, man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure?
Alright. So, Drev, you ask what makes this game interesting to me. That's a good question. I think it's the atmosphere. I think the atmosphere of this game hits a really good point for me. It's a really good middle point between leaving your character helpless and leaving your character overpowered. Because I like supernatural horror, and this game, it says it's influenced a lot by early Stephen King, and I really love early Stephen King, and I think it has that tone pretty well. You get to fight back, but you always feel like you're overwhelmed. I like that. There's some stuff I can't really talk about without spoiling the rest of the storyline, so we'll definitely talk a little more about that as we get through the game, Drav, but that's a good question. Remind me later, and I'll talk more about it. And Elena, yeah, you're right. There are some different ways that we could be manipulated here that would make things interesting. And one other thing to remember is that my character is missing, or Alan Wake is missing almost a week of time. From the time he first got to the island at Cauldron Wake to the time that his car went over the cliff. About a week of time passed, and he doesn't remember anything that happened in that period. So there's that throwing a wrench in as well. And hey, LTG! Thank you for the host and welcome in, my friend. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you as always.
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
What?
God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
What?
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Triple A!
goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Make it easy on him. Get after it. Don't let him get away.
Oh, crap.
Move it, move it, move it. I'll have you shot if you let him get away.
So there's that Nightingale we heard about from the manuscript pages. And he is pretty goddamn determined to capture me. That's kind of weird. What does he think I did? He didn't actually say why he was going to arrest me. Just opened fire the second I moved. What is up with that? Oh crap, they spotted me.
Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh crap!
Oh, damn.
Fan out! Wait!
Oh crap! Hands up! No, I need him on the keyboard, Pox David! It's important! Wanted for playing bad games, Trav. Is that illegal now? I don't want to live in a world where playing bad games is illegal. I'd never survive. I'd always have to be an outlaw. I think I see another manuscript page up there. Maybe that'll give us a little more insight.
Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
But what's coming up? The dark present sleeps.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
So we hadn't heard of Barbara Jagger until that story right here, but this seems to be tying the dark presence as we come to know it as back to her, which is interesting. You're doing better, LTG? Well, sorry whatever happened that you needed to feel better, but I'm glad you are feeling better, and hopefully we can help you relax and chill out a little bit as well. I see these cops have Stormtrooper syndrome. I mean, it's a dark, foggy forest, so I don't entirely blame them. You know, it's not like a straight, lit-up, well-lit hallway, all white walls, and people with clashing colors against those walls, and very little empty space to possibly miss into. That's what I'd be a little more worried about. But no, they've got some things working against them, at least. But hey, it is Star Wars weekend, so may as well make the Star Wars references. I like it. Better read a script. Sure. We're peeking ahead in the script to see what's happening right here. And I suspect this one is the page we picked up before, so let's read that too. Randolph calls the police.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
So it was the landowner Randolph that brought the cops over here, and that brought the FBI agent, who was at the sheriff's office, running over here as well. Good times. Alright, let's keep going then. Didn't help us with our current situation, unfortunately, so it's gonna have to keep running for right now. Oh no. And suddenly the FBI is the least of our problems. Oh, this is bad.
Come in, Agent Nightingale. This is Sheriff Breaker. Over.
Nightingale, over.
What on earth is going on? My deputies tell me you fired at Wake and he didn't have a gun. You almost hit a civilian instead. Over.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase. I don't have time for this.
Well, make the time. You can't just go shooting at people in my town. Over.
I'm a federal agent pursuing a fugitive. You want to discuss my methods, Sheriff? Make an appointment. Over.
You stay right where you are, Agent Nightingale. I'm on my way. Out.
Well, at least somebody else doesn't approve of his methods.
Last sighted running along the gorge.
that leads westward from the trailer park. All units are advised that the suspect may be armed.
What?
Approach with caution. James out.
Why do they think I'm armed? They're not blind, Shane. They're obviously untrained donut gulpers or just criminals in disguise. But they're supposed to be highly trained FBI agents. I think, or at least they're local sheriff's deputies. Rose visited by the dark presence.
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. "Pretty girl," she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
Oh, there's that creepy lady again. And according to that game, that was a page I hadn't got last time I played this on PC, so that's nice. Alright, so, we still got the cops chasing us, but now it sounds like the dark presence might be afoot as well, so that's super bad. I mean, that could put the cops in danger as well. I don't want anybody getting hurt over this if we can avoid it. Rest up. Continue on carefully. There's, hello? Thought I heard a gunshot down there. Oh, they're below me, that's good. Oh, the fog's moving in though. I think one of our problems is taking care of our other problem, and somehow I'm not excited about this. You'd think
This
I'd be
horror
excited.
was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Yeah, maybe they should get prepared for monsters, though. Load for bear. Monster shadow-possessed bear. Things sound like they're getting really out of hand down there. What?
Wait, are you seriously telling me that geek writer just took out my deputies? Are you kidding? I mean, have you seen this guy? He wears a tweed jacket. Over.
He's the guy we're chasing. If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot? Over.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
So the sheriff is not a big fan of this guy either, which is understandable because he seems like a bit of a psychopath. Never trust the shoot first, ask questions never, folks. That is my tip to you for today. Either way, I appear to have lost the cops. Oh, I spoke too soon, didn't I? I hear a chopper. Well, I still have no weapons and no flashlight. Oh, crap.
You on the ground. Hold
Ow!
right there.
Oh!
There's nowhere to run.
There is nowhere to run. Oh no. Oh, I gotta run. Birds will kill me too. Whoa! So the evil shadowy birds just took out the chopper. This is bad times. We can't give up, Fox David. Never give up, never surrender. Whew. Alright, that's grisly. Things are getting hairy, folks. And we got another radio, I think?
this is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, Mulligan, what are you doing? Come on.
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both of them. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The, Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh, yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Well, at least Barry is safe with the cops. He'll probably be safest in a heavily armed police station. But... they also mentioned that the FBI agent...
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
Also mentioned the FBI agent appeared to smell like scotch. Which is, you know, not a good sign for any of us right now. Hey Bakiko, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Nowhere to run, nowhere to fly, more like it. Yeah, that does not look like it worked out well for that chopper crew right there. Hope they're okay. I don't know what the survivability is.
I imagine that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Yeah, it's worth a shot, I suppose. Any port in a storm. Man, I don't know what the statistics are on survivability of chopper crashes, but that one looked pretty nasty. Hello.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Alright, well, I need a flashlight anyway. Take a peek around and see if we can find some emergency supplies, maybe? Hello? What is this?
There was no power to the searchlight.
Dang. Alright, there's a generator nearby. That might be just what we need. Looks like a generator. Here we go. That wire doesn't look very safe, but it looks like it is working, so it's not like a gift horse in the mouth. Coal mine? Guess the writing didn't work out, but I'm... Oops.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Dang it! Yeah, this looks pretty rickety over here. Oh, hey! There we go! Just needed a good solid kick. That is how you fix things. Just give them a good kick. I work in IT, I should know. Get one of those nice Itanium blade servers that isn't working, just give it a roundhouse kick. Works every time. Every time. Never does not work. Did it break again? Dang, this thing does not work long. Hopefully it stays pointed at the gate at least. That'll maybe give me some more time. There we go. Right as it conks out again. Alright, that's fine. We got what we needed. Didn't find a flashlight though, that would have been really nice. Alan Wake feels like a Silent Hill copy. Anyone else get that feeling? No, not at all. Silent Hill was much more about psychological psychological horror, where the monsters were all metaphors for something out of the character's psyche. Whereas I feel like in Alan Wake it's much more literal. The monsters are monsters. Actual just evil beings that need to be defeated. You know, I feel like Silent Hill was a much more personal story than Alan Wake. Internal evils rather than external evils, if that makes sense. I mean, certainly, you can't argue that Silent Hill didn't change the games industry. For the better, I'd say. You know, it really encouraged people to make horror games that weren't just jump scares, that had a lot more depth to them, and I really like that. Alright, so we've got a flashlight, not a lot of batteries though, but still that's something. And it sure sounds like the Dark Presence isn't a big fan of us having that. And no gun just yet.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over.
Flashbang grenades?
Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over.
That's perfect.
Team 2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please. Over.
So that's unfortunately the only real weapon I have in this situation. I've got 6 of them, but we don't know how much we're going to have to fight along the way. Zero, you're just a copy of Nightbot. I didn't know Nightbot was a speedrunner. That's amazing. The technology they have these days, Zero. Goodness. Oh, hell. Nice! Got all 3 of them with that. Hell yeah! I'm like, please don't make me use more than 1 grenade. I really don't want to waste these until I can find a gun. Especially because I can hear the fog rolling in. Oh, jeez! That hurt me some, but I think it vaporized all of them. That was the goal. I see a light over there. Go for the light. Forget about any baddies. If we can get into the light, we'll be safe for a moment. There we go. More flashbangs. Hell yes. And a radio. I can't follow your argument. For me, there is not too much difference between Alan Wake's Dark Presence and Hell from Silent Hill. Have you played all the way through Alan Wake before, Drev? Because if not, there's some interesting twists to come up ahead. Zero, I need to do something different so I don't get any copyright strikes. Fair enough, Zero. Let's see what's on the radio here. Can we use it? Yeah, we can.
And here's another call. You're on KBF-FM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
I like how that guy hears gunshots and instead of calling the police, he calls the local radio station. That is folksy as hell right there. About as folksy as you can get, I believe. Alright, so I got some more batteries, I got some more flashbangs, I'm feeling a little bit better there. Still, we really need to get a gun at some point. Oh crap. Oh, I didn't get him. Big guys, as always, can take a bit of a beating. That's bad. Alright. Metric is better than Imperial. Metric is better than Imperial, Pox David. It's true. I know I live in America, the last bastion of Imperial, but I don't like it any either. Rose touched by the Dark Presence.
Touched by the Dark Presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
Oh, that's creepy. Alright, that may be a little bit far, Pox David. I wouldn't go that far, but definitely down with Imperial. I mean, the Empire. No, I 100% agree. Metric is where it's at. It's so much of a simpler system to work with. I think anybody that actually has to work with those numbers on a regular basis prefers metric to Imperial. I'm pretty sure anyway. Oops. Guys! Not quite sure where to go. Gonna keep working our way towards that little mark on our map. Oh hey! Another police car? Can we get some more flashbangs? We can get some more flashbangs, hell yes. Oh, and we need some more as it turns out. Nice! That has such a wide radius. Beautiful. I think I might see another police car up there. But we can just jump from police car to police car. No, there's something else up there. Not sure what that is. I see light though, that's probably a good sign. Didn't get all of them. There we go. Well, let's make a break for it. Alright, seems like we're through the worst of the fog. And yet... not out of the proverbial woods yet. Oh, he's a big one. There we go. Whew. Yeah, just because there's no fog here doesn't mean we're out of the danger, that's for certain. Brian Alexander, welcome in. How are you doing tonight, my friend? Hope things are well with you. C is a higher grade than F. This is true. They're just a science this game a bit. Shouldn't all forms of light kill whatever ghosts approach you? What's the deal with your flashlight? Certain wavelength? The flashlight will remove the darkness from the people, but it won't actually kill the people. The only difference, for most of the monsters in the game, you need to use the light to banish the shadows, then use a gun to defeat them. There's a few things, though, like flares and flashbangs that will defeat them outright, just because their light is so spectacularly bright, you don't need anything besides light to defeat them.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
But otherwise, you know, my flashlight isn't strong enough to just banish them all by themselves. You need something very powerful. The nuki. But we need to save our wife. Can't save the wife if we nuke everything. Alright, so this is the radio station. We made it. So let's see if we can get Pat Maine to help us. Like Alan said, he seems like a decent guy.
Well, thank you very much.
So let's hope. Let's hope we can convince him to help us out. The Night Owl, the voice of Pat Maine all night, every night. Oh, that's cool. When I was in college, I totally wanted to be a radio DJ. But,
Writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm gonna see if I can talk him into an interview.
oh man.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt it.
Whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Whoa!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop.
Oops.
It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
So, do you see that? He didn't even move at that point and the guy took a shot at him right there. That's terrifying. Guy's on a mission, and that mission involves Alan Wake dead, I suspect.
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
What is this Nightingale guy's deal? Broken Crow, welcome in. How are you doing today, my friend? Hope everything is going well with you. Yeah, he seems... He's certainly driven by something. Possessed might not be a bad guess there, Drev. Either way, if we're going to get anything accomplished, we need to stay as far the hell away from him as we can get. I got a couple of flares, but still no gun. And it sounds like things are getting dangerous again, but I see a generator up here. Can I get it on? Yes! Oh, it's not right here. Usually the light's on the generator, but not this time. Nope. And it despawns the enemies. Oh, a revolver. Alright, finally we have a weapon. That's awesome. Grab another flare. Keep moving. Oh, shoot. How do you like me when I can fight back? I don't think he likes me. I'm like, I heard another guy. That's string music that indicates there's more baddies in the area. Keep moving. Oh, you got a car today, Broken Crow. Congratulations. First time you've been able to drive about freely in about 8 months. That is awesome.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Huh. Not sure who set them here, but that's pretty fortunate. Let's get them all turned on then. Set up some defenses. That'll be nice. Check inside here as well. And a shotgun too. That'll be useful. Oh, they're everywhere. I think that only got the one inside, not any of them outside. And see, these lights aren't powerful enough to... Ooh. Aren't powerful enough to kill him either, but it will remove the darkness from him pretty quickly. Ow! Oh! Oh no! I should have dodged there, but I juked badly. See, I'm baffled with how cheap liability insurance was too. Oh, it's not bad at all, Broken Crow. Congratulations. I don't think assailants typically like it when you fight back. This is true. They usually would just prefer if I went gently into that dark night. But I have no plans to. Got things to do. Alan Wake, yeah, Joe Peth. Let's see, one of those games I have played I think is adequate. Yeah, the gameplay mechanics I think leave a little something to be desired, but I love the story and I love the atmosphere. And I would love to see if they could make a sequel to it, that they really refined things and tightened things up. To me, this seems like a prime candidate for something to tighten up the game mechanics. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big, I'm a big thinker that sometimes there are games out there that just, as soon as you see them, you're like, they could improve on this if they got a chance. There we go. That worked well. This guy's untouched, though, so he's going to take some light. And then 2 shotgun bullets. Whew. See, streetlight's strong enough. Streetlight in the middle of the forest, next to a generator, and a revolver with bullets. Nothing to read into there. Murica, Fox David. Murica. The darkness controls the taken. We've seen that before. So maybe whoever's leaving those messages also set up those lights? Possible. If so, thank you, mysterious benefactor. But yeah, welcome in, Joe Path. How are you doing tonight? Always glad to see someone else who's at least checked this game out in the past. We catch up on Shad a little bit. No, Helen, it's a trap. Sleep instead. Oh, that sounds dangerous. Did someone say Dark Knight? Would you please kindly die politely? I don't think that's too much to ask, Broken Crow, is it?
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
Oh, good. That sounds like a situation that I definitely want to run into. Just got home from an audition. Ooh, how do you think it'd go, Jopeth? You feeling good about it? I'm hoping anyway. Got my fingers crossed that it went well for you. I'm not in an industry where I have to do too many auditions, but I know they can be very stressful. There's a little shack over here I kind of want to check out while I'm in the area. Like there's something in there. But the fog is also coming on real strong. Alright, that was worth it. Continue forward. There's a little shack over here. Getting spooky out here, though. See more light up ahead. Might make a break for that if anybody pops out at me at this point. Another page? Oh, another page. Sarah distrusts Nightingale. Sarah's the sheriff, I believe.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Man, this guy sounds shifty. Auditioning for a shoutcaster position for a local esports organization. Oh, that'd be so cool. As a guy that did some work in amateur radio, at least while I was in college, I think that kind of thing is just a blast. Is it for any specific sort of game, Jopeth? I imagine you usually have to have a pretty good operational knowledge of the game you're casting for. So I'd be curious to hear what, if that was one you know about, or one you'd have to learn a little bit about, and you just got the voice. Or if you don't want to talk about it because it was a stressful audition, feel free to do that as well.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Guess that's something, but that still was hella creepy there. Wake attacked by a possessed object.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
Evil girders. Another peek into the future, I suppose. Dota 2 and PUBG, both very fun games to commentate for, I think, Jopeth. But you got to go back over 2 years worth of updates. Whew. It's a lot to look into, but still, if you played before and you have a base, I think it'll be doable to catch up, though. So, a good deal. That sounds really fun. Oh, hey! And it looks like there's a cache up here. I was going to check up here anyway. Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you on that audition. Hopefully you hear something good back. I know pretty much any local esports organization is always looking for people with good voice and good working knowledge to do that casting. So hopefully you proved yourself to be exactly that. Some flares. Got some more shotgun ammo. And we're full on revolver ammo, so all the more reason to put that revolver to good use! Oh shoot! I thought I heard a voice, I'm like, oh no. Ow! Oh, in the bush! That was an ambush. Ah, ambush. Definitely wasn't expecting to get jumped at the cache here, so that was freakish. Oh, I can grab some more of that pistol ammo now. I just used some. Still, there was enough supplies in here that was totally worth stopping here, even with the ambush. Me being a Phantom Assassin one-trick player doesn't help either. Well, have you ever heard the phrase, those who don't know teach? I think that goes to sportscasting as well. Just because you're not a wizard at the game doesn't mean you can't know all the ins and outs, and that's really all you need to do. Like a football commentator, you don't need to be some,
I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
You don't need to be some sort of gridiron killing machine to commentate for sports. You just need to know the rules, know the strategies, and I think the same definitely applies for games like Dota. I have never actually played Dota myself. I played League of Legends for a couple years, and recently I have been immersing myself in Heroes of the Storm, which is kind of a casual game, but I really enjoy that. I don't really have time for much else. Oh, this would freak me out, being this high up and having the whole thing rattling as a train went over. That would freak me out. Oh, ow. That's a little spooky. Kind of a rickety bridge here, guys.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Yeah, I'm noticing. Nothing is safe. Even the physical structure of the bridge. No. Oh, hey. Oh, there's possessed stuff everywhere. Drop a flare to help me out. Oh, there's so much possessed stuff. Have another flare. And everything? I think that's everything. Whew. Whew. Another add-on coming to Grim Dawn? That first one was enough of a surprise drive, but if they're working another one, that is awesome. I mean, I suppose if the first one sold well enough, no reason why not to make more. Have they said what kind of thing it's going to be about, Drev? I would be curious, since I know the one they made was a different setting, Viking, I think. Be curious to see where they plan to go next. Man, I need to play that game at some point. I think right now it's the only real, like, old school ARPG on my list of games to play, but it is on there. Wake and the Dark Presence in the Lodge.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The Dark Presence was inside the lodge with me.
Oh, wonder what's going on there. Why do we get some Luigi's Mansion feels from this? Pull out that OP vacuum cleaner. Yeah, with the flying objects, I can definitely see that. This is the grim, gritty reboot of Luigi's Mansion. Luigi Wake in the darkness. You just gotta find a mansion up ahead. That'll be where their final battle takes place. Whenever we go against a Spectre, we make sure she is never ever fed nor farmed for. She's a beast in the late game. Well, the title includes the word gods. I guess there will be a fight against God. That's a good end game thing. If you're doing all that mythology, you may as well go whole hog at the end there. Delivers the dark atmosphere very well. I tried about an hour of it to see if it was for me, and you know, obviously a game that's that long isn't really going to show too much of its hand at the
just starting
beginning.
to get interested in writing. Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Second Stephen King name check there. Ooh, heavy-duty flashlight. So now we've got a better flashlight. That should help us out a little bit. More batteries and revolver ammo, too. So yeah, I don't think a game that would be that long as Grim Dawn is going to show its hand in the first hour, but still, it seemed like a good, solid game right there. I think it's something I could enjoy. Read that chat message without knowing anything. I know we got some Dota fans in here, making sure they get their due. Why did I even read that mess? Hey, Ricky Guitarist, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Hope things are going well for you. This looks like a little combat arena. That's spooky. Heard a noise by the fence. Can we get the gate open? And of course, it's incredibly slow.
Did you call 911?
Well, time to try out this new flashlight. Nice. And we got explodey things. Let's blow some stuff up. Ow, they're really fast. Nice. That'll save me some resources. And the gate's open. See if there's anything else to grab in this area. And then we'll move on from here. Waste not, want not. Even though the story's not the main focus, being an action RPG, it's really my kind of story. Can't spoil it, but there's more to it than you'd expect. Alright. That is the kind of pitch I need there, Drev. You know I love me a good story. I will keep an eye out for that, most certainly. Can I get up here? Is there anything up here? No, I cannot. Also, this fog is getting really serious. I imagine there's some fights coming up ahead. Oh, this looks dangerous. This looks very dangerous. Hello? Wow! Alright, so the new flashlight is very fast at clearing that darkness. That's nice. Especially since the enemies seem to be getting thicker in this area. Not the good kind of thick either. The bad kind of thick. With a K. In light, you can hurt them. This is true. Need to use that light to burn off that darkness. So we're talking about Grim Dawn here a lot, so I should also ask, are there any other ARPGs that you guys are fans of that you might recommend? I haven't played much of those since the Diablo 2 days. Oh hey, we got another TV over here. While you guys are thinking about that, push this out of the way. And then let's watch some TV, shall we? TV time.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Durl's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition, but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least I... What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you...
Oh, Mr. Derleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh.
What?
Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and all shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. In Night Springs.
Well, that was creepy and weird. That last name Derleth sounds familiar. August Derleth was one of the students of H.P. Lovecraft, one of the apprentices. Actually wrote some Lovecraftian stories as well. We catch up on chat real quick. Drav, Torchlight 2 is good if you like cartoony graphics. I played and beat Torchlight 1. I haven't played 2. I heard some mixed things from people that like Torchlight 1, but I did really like Torchlight 1 as well. Ricky, I think ARPG channels should check out Chronicon. They're very underrated and very polished for an early access game. I'm always hesitant for early access, but if it comes out of early access and still seems good, I might want to check that out, definitely. Upvote Grim Dawn. Oh, you like that one too, Zero? Alright. I'll have to look into that then, I think. Dungeon Siege 1 and 2. I played a Dungeon Siege game way back in the game, but I can never remember which Dungeon Siege I played. I think it was 2. But I also think I have Dungeon Siege 1 and 2 on GOG, so those are possibilities as well for stream. The cut down Steam version. What did they take out of the Steam version? I haven't heard anything about it being cut down. Wake attacked by the dark presence.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
That sounds ominous. Also a thing that has not happened yet. Bakiko, another vote for Grim Dawn there. Alright, and enjoy your AFK, enjoy your lurk, and enjoy whatever show you're going to watch too. Oh, Grim Dawn, Zero. Oh, because you wanted to play Grim Dawn? Is that what you meant? Alright. See more light up ahead, but it looks like it's so far away. Feels like it's so low. Oh god. Well. Time to use those flashbangs. Nice! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of hoarding. Hung on to those flashbangs long enough that it basically just wiped that boss out for me. Beautiful. Alright, that was awesome. Please ban Alan Wake for spoiling Alan Wake. If I could figure out how to get him and lure him into chat, Ricky Guitarist, I would. Reading ahead in this story. For shame. For shame. I suppose it is his story. Are you allowed to spoil your own story if you're the one that wrote it? There's an ethical conundrum for you. More batteries there, but we're full. Oh, after you gave the game away as a key, you got interested in it. Oh, that is tragic. I don't think I could ever give away a key for a game that I didn't already have for that exact same reason, Zero. The regret would be too powerful. See a car? If we can get the keys for that, that may be just what we need to get to the kidnapper in time. Are the keys in it? Would we be that lucky?
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now. Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
This is true. Take a little peek around, see if we can see anything interesting here. Want to make sure we don't miss any pages. We seem to be doing pretty good at collecting them so far. Drav, the Van Helsing games. I've heard some mixed things about those, at least in comparison to some of the other ARPG offerings out there. What would you say are interesting about those, if you don't mind my asking? And Zero, you say Dungeon Siege on Steam seems to have cut 3 things.
Even during daytime, I was being stalked. The bridge must have collapsed only moments after I'd crossed it.
Dang it. One of the endings that led to the expansion itself, and multiplayer support. Now, multiplayer support I don't mind so much, but the expansion, that kind of sucks. I wonder if the GOG version has the expansion in it. I know that happened with Neverwinter Nights. Neverwinter Nights 2, anyway. For that one, it turned out that GOG had the fuller version of the game, and that the Steam version was missing one of the expansions as well. So that might be the case, too, there. I don't know how that ended up coming about, but it happened. Another casualty is Game Spy. Unfortunately, if they want to patch in different multiplayer, that's going to take... they're going to need a programmer to do it, and where there's time, there is money. So they got to convince somebody it'd be worth their while before they could do that. And with an older game, that is a tough sell. They cut the ending entirely? Crap, Zero. Thanks for the warning. Glad I knew that in advance. That would frustrate the hell out of me to get to the end of the game and just have that happen. My goodness. Not among the top, but they're solid. If you throw all the top ones, they're an interesting option. Oh, alright. See, that's fair. That is actually a really fair review. I know there's some people that, you know, they think, well, you know, why not just go for the top? But there's always going to be those other options that are nice. Oh, I was supposed to be taking a car here, wasn't I? I was just supposed to get back in the car, I imagine. Whoops. That explains why this road was so long. Gonna have to turn here, it looks like. Alright, this will definitely make things a little quicker than just running down the road. Just watch it on YouTube. Oh. Enjoy your lurk and your dinner, Zero. I will see you around. Hey, Overused Shoe Toy, welcome in. Yo, I'm gonna let you finish, but Diablo 1 is the best ARPG of all time. Man, it's no fair bringing Diablo into the conversation. Of course Diablo is the biggest and the baddest. They more or less invented the modern ARPG, so, I mean, yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be kicking ass, but it almost seems assumed when you ask about ARPGs that you mean besides Diablo, you know? Everybody knows about Diablo. But yeah, welcome in, Shoe Toy. How are you doing today? Oh, hey, radio. What's up with that radio?
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass, not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
Aw, what a nice guy. What a nice guy. That is awesome. So yeah, I can't actually say that I've played much Diablo 1. I kind of got into PC gaming kind of late, so I started with Diablo 2, and I played the hell out of that one. But I never really went back to Diablo 1. You make me curious to do just that, though, Overused Chutoy. That one God of War clone you played pretty once? Yeah, Marlo Briggs! That game was so fun. I mean, you could tell it was cheap. It just felt cheap and it looked cheap, but it was a good, silly good time. For what it was, especially. 100% agree. Oh, Titan Quest. Sorry, when we were talking about Grim Dawn, I said Grim Dawn was the only ARPG on my list of games to play. I meant Titan Quest. I apologize. That must have been confusing. No, sorry. Titan Quest is the only game I currently have on my... of ARPGs as a thing to play. But Titan Quest looks really good and just got another expansion recently, so that's the one I'm really looking to play on stream as far as ARPGs go. I'm interested in Grim Dawn. I'm interested in the Van Helsing thing. Honestly, sounds kind of cool as well, and you know, of course, the classic Diablos. Although those are pretty well known, so I'm sure I can leave them to other fantastic people like Chutoy right here. But yeah. If I'm going to play a straight-up classical ARPG on stream, it's probably going to start with Titan Quest. The Diablo 1 on the PS1 is a great version. The direct character control feels snappy, and it has couch co-op. Man, do I miss couch co-op. So good. Oh, yeah, another radio.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? Hey, there's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Aww. Well, I, for one, am back in the dock there, although I feel bad for Pat as well. He's such a good guy. Just walked right past that porta potty. Catch up on chat a little bit. Draft more of a fan of Grim Dawn than Titan Quest. I might have to look into that a little bit more then. Nothing to explore there. I honestly want to check and see if there's anything in there, but no, it doesn't look like it. Oh no, Chutoya! Alright. Continuing down the mountain then. Gotta find that coal mine. Get everything sorted out with this creepy kidnapper dude. But of course, gonna be checking all the buildings as we go. Gotta get those secrets. Gotta get that equipment wherever we can find it. Which game, Aurora? Grim Dawn or Titan Quest there? Also, welcome in, Aurora. How are you doing today? Hope you are feeling well. This is a surprisingly large building for a little side locale. But it is still nice and bright outside, so that's reassuring at least. Although that creaking of the structure isn't making me feel great. To be quite honest. Still, gotta look everywhere. And see, we got a manuscript page for our trouble. Mott on the ferry.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
So Mott, I believe, is the guy that actually kidnapped, the kidnapper here that we've been talking about. And here he mentions something about a boss? That's a little eerie. Oh, Alan Wake, alright, that's what we're talking about right there. Aurora, I love this game so much. I've beaten it off stream about 3 times. This is the first time I'm streaming it. I haven't played any Remedy games since then, mostly because every time they announce something that isn't Alan Wake, my heart dies a little bit. But yes, I absolutely love this game. I'm glad to see another fan there, Aurora. Yeah, I love it, Chutoy. I think mechanically it has its issues, but I really think you can't beat the mood of it, the tone of it. It just has a really cool feel. It's not truly a horror game, I don't think. It's horror-themed, is the phrase I use sometimes. But I think it's really, really cool. I think that's all there was to see there was that manuscript page. Head back to the road. Grab my car and continue on. Oh yeah, Alan Wake was definitely a passion project. Like, you can tell this is exactly the game they wanted to make. And I think whenever you have a company that does that, makes a game that's everything they wanted, you're going to get something interesting, even if it's not something spectacular. Alright.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Alright, well, I like quiet. Quiet sounds good. Although I can see why the kidnapper picked it, certainly. But quiet also means no one calling the cops on me, since we had that shootout with the FBI. Their manuscript page. Sarah in the radio station.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that feeling as well. Aurora. Let's see, looking for a slightly horror-ish game with some action to play with your girlfriend, introducing her to the world of video games. She loved watching Stranger Things, so you're thinking this might be it. Ooh, it might be. It very well might be. It's got some action. You do some combat in here. You do fight off some of the baddies, but it's got that horror theme to it. It doesn't really, there's no jump scares in it to speak of. I didn't lose any sleep over it, certainly, but it feels horror-ish through the whole thing. So yeah, Box David, I'd watch some more and see if maybe it's something she'd enjoy. I guess, well, there is the one caveat, Box David, and that's that you cannot get a digital copy of this game anymore. Due to music licensing rights, it's been pulled. There is no easy way to get a hold of this if you don't already have a copy, so I'll warn you about that as well. It's tragic, but it's the way it is. Alright. So, it says the museum entrance is over there. I guess, well, we got some time to kill. Let's go ahead and check this place out. In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now, many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. Was there any other signs over here? I want to see if we can get the history of this place. May as well. Here we go. While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined into the 20th century. The seams were rich but hard to get at, and the volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. Fair enough. Oh, people were talking last stream about how this game never definitively sets itself in Washington, but they did mention with when we saw that tree ring, they did mention Mount St. Helens, so that's another good, very good indication that it's probably up in Washington area right there. The Blackout Club. I haven't heard of that one, Ricky Guitarist. Is that really new? Wait, Aurora, there's an option to disable the copyrighted music in the menus of this? Really? That I did not know. I'm editing the music out for when I upload it to YouTube just to be safe, but I like keeping it in the stream just because the music choices in this game are superb. And hey, Cat Crasher, welcome in. How are you doing today? Seriously, some amazing picks.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by
You
you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, I'm down with that. That seems like a good
I
plan.
had to get to Mirror Peak.
Oh! Welp!
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Yeah, no kidding. Holy crap! Where are we going then? That was kind of tremendous. Door is locked. We can get down this way. Oh, that's what the setting's for? I didn't know that was in there, Aurora. Huh. I don't know how I missed that. That's interesting. Hey, Crasher, you're doing good. Tiny bit hungover. Had a great evening anyway. That's what counts. Glad to have you here, Cat Crasher. Glad to hear you had a good evening as well. The Aurora, you just got back from IEM Sydney watching the semifinal. FaZe versus Tyloo was a good game. Awesome. Good to hear. That must have been fun to watch live. Nice way to spend a weekend, I'd think. Stock up on ammo as well. And there's our way out. Always in the best of moods, it seems. I had a pretty nice weekend. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Feeling pretty good about the rest of the weekend as well. Feeling pretty good overall. Ow, that hurt a little bit. Another page on the ground. Thomas Zane in love with Barbara Jagger.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
But it sounds like that story didn't have a happy ending, unfortunately. Look around here, see if there's anything else stashed before we head out into this frightening fog. Somehow, I don't think this is going to go well. Oh, infinite revolver ammo. That's always an exciting sign. Nice! That helps, though. Oh, shoot! Thank goodness for that sign. Nice! Grab some more ammo while we're in the area. Couldn't watch the other semifinal, but you decided to come home as your poop's gonna fall asleep soon. Alright! Well, sounds like a nice evening. Always nice to get a good rest after a nice evening like that. So, it sounds good, like a good package overall, Aurora. I approve. Ooh, more flashbangs. Hello, beautiful. Put those to some good use, most certainly. Gonna get some baguettes soon. Oh, I love some good bread. Freshly made, fine bread is an amazing thing. Baddie's trying to sneak up on me. I think not. Hello? Anyone around here? Oh. What was that? Oh no. There's something in here. Oh, the possessed gear. Oh, more possessed stuff. Take it out from the top then, that works. Ease peas. Alright. Uh-oh.
What the hell?
It's... Oh! That does not look like a thing I want to shoot. Suddenly my gun feels very small, as does the rest of me. Oh, let's move.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Alright, so we gotta find a way to turn off the power, so let's follow the power lines. And hey, we got a car right here. Make use of it, why don't we? Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. This would definitely be a little spooky without the car. Oh, no, it's wrecked. Still, I did what I needed to do. Blasted the darkness off a lot of them. Makes it a much more manageable fight here. You notice even when the darkness is blasted off them, if I hit him with the charged flashlight, it stuns him for a second, which is super important sometimes. I see light up here. I assume This is where I'm going then. Flare gun ammo and a flare gun. Hell yes. Getting the full package here. Doom 2016, that game looks so good, Cat Crasher. You'll have to let me know if you enjoy it there. Not the size of the gun, it's the executing of the shooting. I'm gonna have to remember that one, Chew Toy. I like that. Alright, electricity is off. But that turned off my light there too, that's not great. And the car is wrecked, so not using that to get back, that's for sure. Alright, I see some explosives around here, which I may have to use. Oh, that's very large. Oh, that is very large. Thank goodness for that lamppost. Alright, good. Making short work of these things. Gotta get back to the stairs, though. Oh, that's really big. Really difficult to dodge something that big. Oh my gosh. Blair. There we go. Fire! Oh my gosh. Taking some damage here. What? Clear the darkness off them even if it didn't finish him off. Ow. Ow. There we go. I think that got all of them. Reload. Let's get moving. Can't stay here. This is a terrible place. Man, I wish that car would have survived right about now. Nice. Vaporized as it came towards me. That could have gotten scary. We're almost there. Hopefully once we get inside we won't have to deal with the humongous objects as much. Not enough space for them. Whew. Alright. Closer quarters, but still, we'll see what we got here. Just jump on one leg? Oh yeah, sure. Electrical safety right here in the stream today, Pox David. Hey, Bum Status, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Oh, you've been really close to getting on sale before? Well, that worked out well. Oh, this reminds... Oh, yeah, it does kind of, doesn't it, Chew Toy? Big and open with just enough cover to make it interesting. I can totally see that. This would work as an XCOM map. I heard footsteps from above. That's not good. Somehow I don't think it's the cavalry coming to save me either. Alright, where do I need to go from here? Heard it again! I think I need to find some way to get up higher. But how? Whoa! Well. Whew. Well, that explains where I'm going next, I suppose. Reload real quick. I got taken by surprise there, that was spooky. All you need is a bullshit thin man to cartwheel out of nowhere and quit kill you. Oh yes. Frickin' crit kills. Just when you thought your run was going good, just when you're patting yourself on the back going, go me, my tactics were excellent here. Nope, now one of your guys is dead. Sorry! Try again next time. Lots of exploding things in here. Safe rooms don't usually have that many exploding things in them. Oh, hey. There we go. Alright. Well, the exploding barrel did most of the work for me there, so that was pretty nice. Alright. Upstairs? Upstairs. Still doing pretty good on supplies. Got plenty of flares. Plenty of batteries, too. Doing pretty nicely on, pistol ammo, too. What is this? Chair sitting right there. That's a little out of place. Manuscript page. Wake touched by the dark presence.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
What does that equate to as far as what's happening with Alan right now, the question is. Had a pretty good run far into long war, and then my squaddies missed like 90% plus shots. It wasn't meant to be. Oh, that's painful. That's painful, Chew Toy, but sometimes the RNG giveth, and sometimes the RNG taketh away. Usually the latter, honestly, but sorry to hear that. That's gotta be frustrating. Alright. Oh god! It's getting real close now. That's not a good thing. Don't know how to fight giant swirling darkness. Possessed dudes, I can do possessed dudes, but giant swirling darkness that knocks down trees and stuff? I don't even know where to start with that. Alright, that'll get the gate open though, and I think I saw a car out there. Uh-oh. Not a car I can use though.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Yeah, so somebody's leaving stuff out here for me. But why? Switch to the flashbangs. I imagine those will come in handy. And I see more blobs of darkness everywhere. That's not good. Maybe those are actual, like, residue of whatever it is that's knocking trees over. Something it leaves behind as it tears through the area. I don't like the idea of it having a physical presence, but I suppose it would have to if it's knocking trees over and whatnot. Poor player prays for good RNG, a good player is thankful for it. The loss is on you. Still, it's okay to be salty. Even if you understand what mistakes you made, it's okay to be a little salty. Sometimes getting the salt out of your system is exactly what you need to prepare yourself for the next run. You know, if trees became animate and hostile, we'd be so screwed. We'd definitely be outnumbered in a lot of places, like out here, Washington State. That'd be a little terrifying. It'd be like the movie The Happening, but for real, and also actually scary. Gentlemen. I see a lot of times if the Taken can't get the jump on you, it's actually pretty easy to take care of them. That's probably why the game often does have the Taken get the jump on you. Ah, hell with it. That's a lot of them. Nice! That's a good flashbang right there. That was an excellent flashbang. Trees are just oxygen wasters anyway. They make the oxygen. Carbon dioxide wasters? I don't think anyone's really missing the carbon dioxide as far as I'm aware. I'm not using it, that's for sure. They can have it. Another manuscript page. Wake and bury in the cell.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
Well, that's not a good sign if I'm going to be ending up in jail later. And yet, everything that's happened in the pages has come true so far, so... that's a bad thing. And I noticed, too, we're getting even more recursive, because now the manuscript pages are referring to the manuscript pages. So that's kind of spooky. Need to desalinate to prepare yourself? No! Let's not start assuming the tree-based apocalypse just yet. I don't think that's a scenario you necessarily need to prepare for, per se. Oh, I see some luminescent paint, and I'm pretty sure I saw a thermos over this way too. Yep. So, head up here. I'll grab the thermos first. Although I'm pretty sure we've been missing most of the thermoses. I haven't seen too many of those in this run at all. So it can't hurt to grab a couple of them. I'll head back, because I think there's a cave over here that has a stash in it. I think that's where the arrows are pointing me to. Oh, bats! Not evil bats, though, just regular bats. I think I can deal with that. Yep, here we go. A stash. Oh, more flashbangs. Yes. Still don't know who's leaving all these supplies, but as Alan Wake said, doesn't really seem like the MO for the power company. I got most of them. I can do the rest of the work myself. Had to use one flashbang, but I got 3. I like that math. That's good math right there. Manuscriptception! Bro! The weirdest of sequel movies. Amazing of a mess you can create in one night drinking. Alright, we'll have fun cleaning. And have a good rest of your weekend if I don't see you before then, Cat Crasher. Hey Tim, welcome in and good morning. How are you feeling this morning? Oh. Got some bright lights. Recover our health. More batteries and ammo. We're supposed to head down there, so let's check and see what's up here first. Gotta get our secrets and supplies. This is, oh, this just leads up to the bridge where the thermos was. I didn't realize that looped all the way back around. And I also see a lot more items over here than what I grabbed. What else we got over here? Some shotgun ammo. Won't pass that up. Alright, oh, there's one other thing. Some more batteries, but we're full on that. Alright.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Pump action shotgun. Hello, beautiful. Don't mind if I do. Uh-oh. As suddenly the fog comes out in force. Well, as usual, let's check the wrong way first. Ah, crap. There we go. 3 for 1, that's a decent deal. Oh, it looks like this actually is an alternate way I can take. Depending on which way I want her to go. Luckily those lights are blowing the darkness off them for me. There we go. Oh, sorry to hear that, Tim. Well, the day is still early, so hopefully things improve from here, and hopefully your day will surprise you in ways you could not imagine. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Oh, wow. Guy got right up on me there. Now we'll deal with you. Whew. This isn't even the way I need to go. I just want to check inside this building. I see some shotgun ammo, which we're full on now, so I may want to use that pump-action shotgun a bit. Some flare gun ammo. I like the sound of that. Nice! Nice! Alright. That does some good damage. I think I like it. Grab the rest of the ammo while we're here, too. Yeah, this is well worth a little side trip. Is there anything over here? I think there's more side path to be explored. Not much. Hello? Shoot the kidnapper, take Alice in the pages? True, but what if the kidnapper doesn't have Alice with her? You know, pro-kidnapping 101. In that case, it could be difficult to find Alice before something happened to her if she was, you know, trapped, for instance. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. Get this light on. Shoot, I wasted a lot of shots on him before I had the darkness burned off. I have to waste a flashbang now. Oh no! Shoot, I got killed there. Oh, it put us back a good amount too. Crap. They can really get you fast when they come up on you like that. Alright, we know where we're going now, and we know where to be careful.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Kicking gum and taking ass. I think that's how that goes. Something like that. Yeah, since we know we're going to be using some shotgun ammo, we can go ahead and pull the shotgun out and start putting it to good use right away. Man, you see him rush me there? Damn! Thank goodness for that spotlight, otherwise I would have been toast, as they came up on me too fast. Alright, got another house over here. And they were coordinated there. But luckily I still had the advantage by being a total badass. Something I'm rather good at. Bam! Alright. Pop back in here. Rearm the shotgun. With that delicious, delicious flashbang. And the other flare gun ammo. Another amazing weapon in this game. Nice! I'm like, I bet I can lure him right into that. And right when the guy had his arm up, too. That was beautiful. Chewing ass and kicking bubblegum. That sounds like a thing I do. That's probably what it was. Good call, Chew Toy. Oh, hey, I see you guys over here. Trying to sneak up on me. Nice. Almost ran out of battery there. Was close, but we pulled it off. Alright, I got my flashbangs ready in case it gets hairy over here. Probably just gonna use the flashbangs, honestly. Some of them already get hit by that light back there. That's a very good thing. Go ahead and toss that flashbang, though. Good work. There we go. That's a little bit easier. Thank you, flashbangs. Alright, let's keep moving on. Can't stop here, although it says we gotta go this way. Is there anything over here? No, I don't think there is. Alright. Keep going forward then. There is light up here. That's a good sign. Where do we go to get to it? Up here? I think just up this little spot. Alright, I bet that's a checkpoint too. Man, I was just a little bit below a checkpoint right there. And that's where I'm going.
The presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
Something's going on here. It isn't good. At least buy them dinner before you flash and bang them. That would be the old school thing to do, but I'm a modern kind of guy there, Broken Crow.
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
What? Don't insult my beloved graveyard shift. Oh shoot, that guy's fast. It's not good. Like Stucky. Another mini-boss maybe? Possibly. I should flashbang if I can get him to stand still for a second. Which actually is probably the problem. I don't think I'll be able to. Oh, hey! Did I actually get him? Wow, I actually killed him with a flashbang. Only we'd had those back when we fought Stucky. That would have been nice. I don't actually think there's anything hidden in this area. I think it's just big and wide to allow that guy to roam around and get behind me. Which is shifty. Made you laugh out loud. Glad I can do what I can. Alright, there's another checkpoint. And it sounds like the fog is starting to roll in again. Be real careful. Hello? We got some buildings. I do like the safety of the indoors. Can't get hit by random train parts indoors, usually. Which has been some of the more dangerous stuff.
The place was dead. A ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Wow! Right in the face! Oh, that's not good. That's very big. Alright, so we got some more possessed items to deal with here. That's awesome. Friggin' car coming at me. Wasn't really prepared for that. Wake and Casey.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight. Something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Referring to Alan's writer's block. The reason it's been 2 years and he hasn't written any new book. Read any new books since his last one. That's a little precarious. That's very precarious. Gray Peak Gorge. Originally founded in 1928, the Gray Peak Gorge mining town is one of the permanent settlements the Bright Falls Mining Company built for its workers. The nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers the miners faced on a daily basis. Most of the men who lost their lives over the years here were buried there, a grim reminder to be careful for those who remained. Gray Peak Gorge was abandoned almost overnight when the Bright Falls Mining Company closed its doors in 1970. So that was actually a graveyard we were fighting in. I didn't even stop to notice. I mean, I sort of took note of the crosses in the ground, but it didn't really click with me. That's a freaking graveyard. Too spooky. Too spooky. Oh, I can't get in there. Not a lot of buildings I can actually explore in here. But I'm going to explore whatever I can. This one's empty. Get in there? Don't think so. Seem to have worked myself into a little dead end here. Anything there? I don't think so. Over here? Now, most of these buildings are all boarded up. I don't see anything inside them at least, so I don't think I'm missing out on much. But I'm gonna keep looking. Hello? See a light up there. Light is always something you want to head towards in this game. Almost always an indicator of the next place to go to. Oh, that's a lot of darkness. Oh, damn! Whew. I think that was the worst of it, though. For the moment, anyway. Me and my big mouth. I got a little scared when the screen went all white there. I'm like, wait, did I just kill them, or did all of them just kill me? Oh. That's one way to deal with a problem. Oh, those rickety noises. It held. We're good. Hello? Man, of course there has to be a ghost town in the spooky place. Naturally. Nope, nope. Oh, I dodged the wrong way. The exact wrong way there. Oh, I got one of them with a flashbang, but I'm in real bad shape. Oh! Oh, and I couldn't dodge that one. My bad. Learn something new all the time, Ricky. Yeah, you can totally flashbang yourself in here. As a matter of fact, because if you didn't know, flashbangs actually literally are grenades. If you're standing on top of a flashbang, when it goes off, you'll take damage as well. I think I'm going to switch from flashbangs over to flares here. I think those are actually going to serve me a little better in this situation. Oh, it's still a lot of darkness to clear. Nope, nope. Oh my gosh. There we go. Come on. There we go. Alright, yeah, that worked a little better since they're stationary. You know, if there's a physics glitch in this game, it could just be part of the game. True! Evil physics glitches, that would be an interesting reinterpretation of things. You're being attacked by evil inaccuracies in the physics engine. That makes a very different spin on this game right here. What do we got here? Oh, a key! I'm sure that'll come in handy in a second. That would be an interesting narrative for a game. It's not this game's narrative, I promise you. Oh, safe haven. Don't mind if I do. Oh, wow, this is very cozy. More flare gun ammo. Oh man, I could use a flare gun in those things, couldn't I? Oh!
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Interesting. Some more connections to Thomas Zane right there, apparently. Voiceover guy sounds like a non-distorted version of the talking baby from the PT Silent Hills trailer. Oh, R.I.P. That beautiful, beautiful demo game. Hunting rifle. Oh, do I have to take that instead of the shotgun? Oh. Hunting rifle is very powerful, though. Like, more powerful than the shotgun overall, but I don't have as much ammo. I suppose that probably balances out. But still, that's a bit of a scary proposition. We'll do it. We will do it. Anything else to see in here? Nicely laid out, though. PT makes your heart hurt. I was actually talking, I think yesterday, Chutoy, about how when it comes to consoles, I prefer to have physical media. And basically the reason boils down to because PT. That's basically it in a nutshell. Because PT, I prefer to have physical media when it comes to consoles. I can't recall, ever since Steam became a thing, I can't recall PC gaming really having a PT moment ever since Steam came on the scene. But console gaming, oh, that hurts. Hurts bad. There's somewhere else I need to go in here? Oh, there is. No, I went through here. Oh, there's another door out the back. Alright, there we go. Cool. I want to go back to my safe haven. But no. We gotta press on. Horror games set in a single small room, so much potential. Minimalism and the ability to make things as viscerally naturalistic as possible due to not needing to draw long distances. There was so much going for that. I don't know if they could have expanded PT into a full game, but just PT by itself, just PT as an individual game within a vacuum, was a hell of an experience. Hello. More secrets?
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Ah, dang it. Looks like there's something over here. See what we can find. Aha! Another cache. Don't mind if I do. Flare gun ammo and a flare gun. Wow, we've got a lot of flare gun ammo. That's fantastic. Hey Daniel, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Hope you are doing well. Let's see. Let's switch to the hunting rifle for the moment. I do love me some hunting rifle, even if that ammo is very difficult to come by. Which is strange because this is there are a lot of hunters out here. Oh crap.
Birds.
Actually, no, let's switch to the flare gun. Flare gun is very good against birds. If you can keep your eye on them. Pretty good, you are doing well. Thank you so much for the bits, Daniel. That's awesome of you. Glad to see you stopping in. Glad to hear you are doing well. Those birds don't seem to want to come close. Let's just move on. Oh, that's dangerous. I don't know why I jumped there. Kind of panicked. Oh, there they are. Nice. That's one flock taken care of. That was the perfect shot right there. Oh my god, why? No! I should not have jumped there. Oh, thank you for the bits though, Daniel. Super cool of you. I appreciate it. Alright, switching back to the flare gun.
Birds.
Birds! Bad birds. Make sure we scare them off. If you shine your light on them from too far away, then they decide not to attack, so it's a good way to discourage them from coming at you in the short term. Oh, let's try not to jump there. No panic jumping, Shane. No panic jumping. I think that guy might have gotten one flock of them. And I think that got the other flock. Excellent. Still playing some intense music, but oh, there's some more. I don't want to fight him on this tiny little bridge, though. Oh, there's 3 flocks? Oh, that's not good. We need to move on. Let's not hang around and fight these guys all day if we can avoid it. Oh, hey! Light in and door. Oh! Oh well, this should get us away from the birds at least. I'll take it. As I told Cocktails, I'd rather be broke all the time due to college, so I earn all of my bits through watching ads. Takes a while, but it means I get to support others, and you love supporting entertaining people like yourself. That means a lot, Daniel. Thank you, and I'm glad you enjoy it. And Cocktails and Consoles, another fantastic streamer to mention right there. I haven't gotten to watch her too recently, but hopefully I'll be able to rectify that soon. This is what I fear happening on every mountain I walk on. The breaking pathway. Oh my god. Bridges over high heights. Overused chew toy. They terrify me. I don't like heights in the best of circumstances, but like a rickety bridge on a mountain? No. No, sir. No, sir. I'd say also shining light on birds does this in this game. Those aren't birds. That is evil in the form of birds. Pure evil. What is this? What? Hello? Tunnel goes to Cauldron Lake. I hear a voice coming from here. Hello? Is somebody down here? It sounded like Alice, didn't it? Am I crazy? Definitely sounded like Alice.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
What in the hell? Alright, that was definitely Alice.
Alice? Alice?
I don't see any. Ooh.
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
I don't see anything. Hunters taken.
The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
How do you earn bits by watching ads? Want to jump on that train? Click on the bits icon in your chat, Pox David, and it should have an option to do it in there if you're in a country that supports it. Not every country supports it yet. But yeah, Daniel just listed in guide right there. I appreciate it, listening that out. Evil in the form of birds, so are geese? Geese are jerks, Chew Toy. Most certainly. Looks like we're not going that way. It was probably nothing. I don't think that was really Alice. I think something's playing with our heads, chat. No, let's try the other path. We're not trying to get to Cauldron Lake anyway. We need to get up to that peak, whatever it was called. So that was just a unfortunate distraction. We'll just forget about it. Maybe it was just weird echoes. Yeah, it was probably just the sound of my footsteps echoing off the wall. It sounded like my kidnapped wife. Yeah, I bet that's what it was. Tunnel goes to Cauldron Lake. So is this the wrong way to go? I mean... Or maybe it just meant going back that way. Ooh. Goodies, though. Some more flares. Can always use a few more of those. US and EU, I thought Australia had it too, but I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me if I am. Another manuscript page. Nightingale in the Majestic.
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
What is driving Nightingale? We still have no idea, but he is definitely driven here. Drop Nation, you love Alan Wake? I love Alan Wake too. Always glad to meet another fan. How are you doing tonight, Drop Nation? Oh, you do have it in Australia, Aurora. Thank you for the confirmation. I appreciate that. Alright, some more ammo over here. Hunting rifle ammo, that'll definitely come in handy. Like I said, that stuff can be very rare. Crap! Uh-oh. Well, you know what they say, when one cavern collapses, another one is opened by an axe-wielding psychopath. That is what they say. That is the phrase. That is the exact phrase that they say. Ah, shoot. Kill this guy first. I'm glad he's able to put a battery in the flashlight while using it. I still haven't figured that technique out. Seems like a good technique to know, though. Daniel, I've never seen this game before except on this stream. Awesome. Always glad to be able to bring games to a new audience. That's what I was hoping when I played this. I'm like, I hope we get some people in here that have never seen this before. Get their first experience with it. Ricky, you're going to start an Alan Wake con? I'll come to that. Sign me the hell up. I'll be the keynote speaker if you need. What's up here? Oh, it's just dead end. Oh, thank you for the 15 extra bits as well, Daniel. Very cool of you. Just don't take the last battery out and squeeze in the new one. I have never seen a flashlight that works like that, but if you find one, sign me the heck up. I am into it. Can't get over that way, but
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Yeah, this looks like another thing where we can use the stuff in the grapple to make ourselves a little bridge. Give it a shot. Alright, so right now, move it right here. And then hopefully later we'll have a chance to move it up a little higher. Hopefully. Need to have a lot of finger strength after the first 8 batteries, though. That seems like it'd be physically painful right there. Looks like great game minus a bit of clunkiness. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of mechanical clunkiness, but the atmosphere, the writing, I really, really enjoy. Looks like it's going to be a little precarious, but beggars can't be choosers, as they say. People didn't play it much because, you know, it didn't have the multiplayer. I think it was more than that. They had some problems with advertising. I don't think they got the name out there enough. And if I remember, there were some other titles that came out at the same time it was competing with that it really struggled with as well. Plus, it was an original IP, and original IPs tend to be a hit or miss, whether they're going to take off. It definitely had some factors working against it. I would have liked to have seen the PC version come out at the same time as the console versions. I think that would have helped a lot as well. But Remedy is still around and kicking. So, it's possible that there still could be another Alan Wake. I don't know how likely it is, but I know there's people out there. Certainly people in this chat that would enjoy it. So you never know. I like to keep the hope alive there. Bulletstorm. I have heard Bulletstorm is a decent game. I'd like to get that one on Steam next time it goes on sale and try it out for myself. Oh, wow, that was a little bit of an unnecessary jump. And also my heart jumped out of my chest right there because that was terrifying. What do I need to do here? Oh, kick, of course. Kicking solves everything. But yeah, that's what I really love. I love the games that they're good, but maybe not great, and just maybe get overlooked a little bit. Those are the ones that set my heart on fire. I love finding games that got overlooked by a lot of people and bringing them to light. Ah, Alan Wake, light metaphor. Oh, you were a big fan of it, Drop Nation? If you like games with a lot of blood, the one I played right before this was Shadow Warrior. There's another one I'd recommend, most definitely. That one was a blast, if you haven't seen it before. Oh my gosh! Almost jumped right off there again. Why do I not learn my lesson? Why? Alright, I think we're almost out of the mine. How come we didn't run into too many taken down there? Probably just means there's more coming pretty soon. Wow, actually kicked that to pieces. Pretty intense. Let's see if there's anything up here, and then we'll head back down. Which is where it looks like we're headed next. Maybe? Seems like it's pointing away from here. And I see some items. Usually a key sign that we have gone somewhere we didn't need to go. And gotten something awesome. Wikipedia says the same month this game came out, so did Red Dead Redemption, Skate 3, Mario Galaxy 2. Yeah, it did have some competition. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's gorgeous. So yeah, especially with like another third-person action game like Red Dead coming out. You know, you're going to have a lot of people saying, I can't afford every game coming out this month. I'm going to have to make some decisions here. I'm going to have to pick some to play and pick some to skip. And, you know, you've got your Red Dead, which is a game in an existing franchise made by one of the biggest companies out there. And then you got Alan Wake, which is a new unproven IP from a much smaller company that I don't remember if they put out anything. Or no, they put out the Max Payne, so they had a little bit of a pedigree, but they're still a smaller company. And, you know, less smaller company means less money means... Oh! Means less advertising dollars. Oh, crap! Better get out my flare gun. We got 5 shots, which is nice, but not I am invincible nice. I have to be a little careful here. Yeah, Mario Galaxy 2, that's another big one. Reason you love Bulletstorm and Alan Wake, favorite childhood games because a YouTuber made a playthrough. Oh, alright, fair enough.
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
Oh, we got some more flare gun ammo, but still, yeah, that last cable car ride did not go great. I know there's birds everywhere. You know, that's bad. Watch the skies. Uh-oh. I hear something. Oh, there it is. Oh! Alright, that's 2 flocks down, I think. There's another one. Gotta make sure not to tunnel vision in case there's any others, but I don't see any. Oh, there is. There's one. And they appear to have left. That's a good thing, at least. Oh, no! Please don't hurt cable car! Oh, no. Oh! Well, that's close to where we're going, I suppose. Whew. Spooky. Oh yeah, that was... The year Alan Wake came out was definitely a very good year for games. I think there was some real big names coming out that year. And of course, you know, the better the year overall for... Oh, hello, train.
Shit.
Shit indeed. That would have hurt a lot. A couple feet there separating Alan Wake safe and Alan Wake red splatter on the mountain where no one will ever remember him. Oh, Rage! I want to try Rage on stream at some point. I do have a copy of that. We've got some folks in here that vouched for it. So that one is on my list of games to stream. Hopefully we'll be playing that at some point. Daniel likes look like a hidden gem? I think so. I think so. So feel free to watch because it is a little difficult to get a hold of these days. You can't get a digital copy anymore due to music's rights issues. But that's why I want to make sure you guys all get the chance to experience it, if nothing else. Hey Samus, welcome in. How are you doing today, Samus? Some more hunting rifle ammo. Don't mind if I do. 16 shots, that's not bad at all. Switch to flare gun! Ammo! Oh, it didn't work at all. Shoot! Drop a flare! Wanted to switch to that. Switch back to the hunting rifle. Ow! Unfortunately, he already threw. By the time I got a light on him, oh man, that double hit. I'm in bad shape and there's no light over here, is there? Nope. We're gonna have to press on then. I got my flashbangs out. We got a couple of those. I have to hope that can keep me safe for a little bit. I see light up ahead. I just want to make a break for it. Oh no. Maybe a bit farther ahead than I hoped. No, it's right there. No! Literally fell into the light right there. Damn it. Rage is beautiful. I played a little bit of it just to see if it would maybe be my cup of tea for the stream. It did seem pretty fun. No lie. So yeah, it's on the list. Expect to see it on the stream at some point. I don't know when. Alt F4 to game and came here to cool off? Well, you came to the right place, Samus. You know I like to run a chill stream right here, so even though chill things are not happening to Alan right now, I'm feeling pretty chill, and hopefully before long, you will be too. Alright, I got my flashbangs. Let's proceed. Hello. No, you don't. I hear somebody. Oh, right there. Reload and keep moving. Oh, the light's right there. Alright, this time we got to it okay. And that's the checkpoint. Get some more hunting rifle ammo, and we're full on batteries and flares and pistol ammo. Wow, we were doing spectacular on stuff this time. I didn't get to much of the car part when I played at Drop Nation. Drop Cauldron, look at Cauldron like right here. But yeah, that's what I heard. Anchor to the realm of Zen. Glad I can provide, Samus. Lovely chill stream. I came here to chill out for right now since I slept until like 10 p.m. last night. Now it's 6 a.m. Well, good morning to you. I'm a night shift guy, so I haven't gone to sleep yet, and it's about 6 a.m. for me as well. Shane time is happy time. Oh, thank you. Cauldron Lake, the 8th deepest lake in the world. Cauldron Lake is a caldera lake formed in a volcanic crater. The volcano itself could be considered to be active, but it has not erupted since the volcanic earthquakes of 1970, and even then the underground activity was comparatively mild. Despite some property damage, there were no casualties. Cauldron Lake is one of the most beautiful spots in the Bright Falls area, as well as the central figure to many local folktales. It's a popular recreational area for the local residents. It'd be cute if this wasn't all terrifying all the time. What do we got over here? Oh, this looks safe. Yeah, I bet this is going to be super duper friggin' safe. Just take it carefully. One foot in front of the other. That's it. Oh, please, no. Ow. Oh, I'm surrounded. That's not good. And of course, I don't have flares selected. Flares which would be excellent in this situation. I got those guys at least. I think the guys behind me left. Only got one flashbang. Let's go ahead and conserve it. And I got plenty of flares, so we'll see if we can put those to some good use. Seems like Night Shift is great for variety streamers, aside from the well-known ones. My first night stream almost pushed me directly to affiliate status. It was crazy. I don't know. It can be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It is a roller coaster, as they say, but I think you meet some wonderful people in this time slot. I certainly have met some very wonderful people here. And I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know if I'll be here forever, because if I ever stopped working night shift, this would be a very inconvenient time for me to stream, but I like night shift right now. I don't have any plans to leave the night shift, so we'll see. Mott at Cauldron Lake. Mott's the name of the kidnapper, I believe.
Mott had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn. But there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
So Mott was trying to kidnap Alice right as soon as the game started there. That's terrifying. Drop Nation, thank you for the follow right there. I appreciate it. Hey Huntress Kai, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Europe and Asia? Oh yeah, same here. And Oceania. Australia and New Zealand as well. Sounds like I'm on some cool tech team. I am on some cool tech team. I'm a data center technician. Dunna! What job could possibly be cooler than that? I mean, whenever you see a movie like Mission Impossible, there's always a data center full of all those wrecks, full of blinking lights, and some terrible criminal trying to rip out all the Ethernet cables. Clearly, I would be the guy attempting to stop them in this scenario. Or that illegal nighttime racing. Is it only illegal at nighttime? That seems like the most exciting time to be street racing. Making our own path here. Forging our own... Oh, wow. BP burned out building. Alright. This looks like an awesome place to be. That door is bricked up. Well, I guess we're going to be doing some exploring. I can't get through there either. This is clearly where we need to go, though, so let's look around a bit. Oh, good! Good, the basement. I was just thinking, wouldn't it be wonderful if we had a creepy basement to add to all these other wonderful circumstances we have? Oh? TW and TZ. I miss you, Tom. You talked to me on TV. Did you write this? I curse you, Thomas Zane. Oh my gosh. Alright, that's a little weird. Just a little bit. It looks amazingly spooky. Agree. Checkpoint there. Shotgun ammo, which we don't have a shotgun at the moment. But still, I'll hang on to it till we need it. Game's giving us an awful lot of ammo for everything right now. That usually means happy things are not about to happen to us. Flares? We got lots of flares. I can afford to drop flares pretty much everything. Oh, alright. Whoa! It was trap. I'm just gonna drop this right here. Ow! Oh, it's right behind me. Oh! Drop another flare, why not? Give me time to reload. Oh, he's still got the darkness on him. I didn't even realize. Oh, crap! That was a dodge. Sure, we got plenty. I forgot the big guys can actually regenerate the darkness around them. So if they can... Ow! Who's still left? Oh, I'm like, who threw that? Do yourself. Yeah, the big guys, if you don't kill them quickly, they can regenerate the darkness around them, and then you're in trouble. Glad you like that emote, Daniel. It's the perfect Midwesternism for many situations, I believe. Player, otherwise known as your best fucking friends. Gotta keep that light. That delicious, powerful light. Keeps me safe, keeps them dead. Right the way I want them. Alright, that seems to have got us to the other side of the place, so that's good. And looks like there's a way down here. Whew, this is a heck of a hike.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat.
Is there a boat by Cauldron Lake? Curiouser and curiouser. Oh, you're a Midwesterner as well. Excellent.
Now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
Excellent. Perfect emote then. Another manuscript page. Wake wakes up in the lodge.
I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
That's strange. That doesn't seem to fit with some of the other narrative we've had. Wonder what that means. What do we got around here? It's just a dead end? Alright, so is the way I needed to be going here. I know someone once played a Kobold Warlock who was afraid of the dark, so he took a bunch of spells that created light. Character would have been well prepared for this game.
Wait,
or...
you?
Hello?
Wait. Hey, I'm here! I'm coming! No! Get away! Sorry. Please, Slade. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make a play ball. You see? To get him writing for us.
What?
Please. Please. Oh.
End of episode 3. Enjoy the music, folks.